Hello everyone and welcome back to Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. So today we're going to be reviewing Blue Run Spirits' latest release, the Golden Rye. Now this one comes in at 95 proof. It is non-age stated. It can be found on most shelves for about $100. Now Mike and team had sent me this sample a while back, but I was just unable to review it at the time. So we're going to dig into it right now. Let's go. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get into the nose. So this is actually a little different on the nose as far as it's smelling like a rye. There's definitely some rye influence in there. It's just a little, it definitely has some bourbon characteristics to it. There's a lot of baking spices on the nose on this one, a little bit further into the glass. Pick up a little bit of fruitiness a little further away from the glass. Nice, like a sweet cream to it. I do pick up just a little bit of that dill a little bit further into the glass. Not too much though. It's not, it's not offsetting anything else. Nice caramel note to it. There is like a burnt sugar kind of aspect to it too. Now again, not too much. Not very youthful on the nose either. Really nice color. Let's go ahead and get to the palate, guys. Cheers. It's surprisingly sweet, especially on the front of the palate. A lot of fruitiness to it. Some summer fruits on the front. Definitely oily though. Very, very mouth coating and oily all the way down. But this is very, very different as far as your typical rye. Again, very fruity. Not picking up a ton of citrus like I do with a lot of ryes, but those summer fruits kind of take that those citrus notes over a little bit. Again, very, very sweet on the front of the palate. Still oily mouth coating. Pretty long finish for this one. Let's go to the second sip. Yeah, a lot of summer fruits on the front of the palate. Mid palate, a hint of pepper in the mid. Like this really, really sweet oak that goes from the mid palate to the back of the palate. Nice sweet oak. And those baking spices that were on the nose really, really come out on the palate, across the entire palate. So again, front of the palate, you're getting some of those summer fruits with some of those baking spices. Middle of the palate, you get some of that sweet oak. Sweet oak, a little bit of pepper in there, but then those baking spices are also kind of dominating that middle to the back of the palate. Very, very oily, mouth coating. It's definitely very, very different from a traditional rye. Again, a lot of ryes, I'm able to pick up citrus very, very easily. This is not the case with this one here. Let's go to the last sip, guys. Cheers. Yeah, like a hint of like a little brown sugar on the front of there too. It's a really, really good rye. Very, very easy to drink. Again, summer fruits on the front of the palate. A little bit of like a brown sugar. Not getting any dill like I did on the nose. no dill. And surprisingly enough, what I really, really like about this is there's really no youthful notes to it. There's no youthful notes whatsoever. Summer fruits, brown sugar, middle of the palate, some sweet oak, a little bit of pepper, then baking spices on the front, middle, into the back, lingering all the way through the finish. Again, oily, very mouth-coating rye. I tell you, I've been impressed with everything that Blue Run has put out. I've been able to try everything that Blue Run has put out, and this rye again is absolutely fantastic. It's a great rye. I think it has different and very unique notes to it that are very different from those traditional ryes that are sometimes very citrus forward. Again, there's no youthful notes in this rye. I really, really enjoyed this rye. To me, I would go out and buy a bottle of this for $100. I think it's well worth it. I think it has fantastic flavor, fantastic mouthfeel. It has a great nose. Again, it's not, like I said before, it's not your traditional rye. It's something that offers, a very different flavor profile. And to me, it's worth $100 off the shelf. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. And I want to send a big thank you to Mike and company over at Blue Run Spirits for providing me with the sample to review on the channel. I do apologize it took so long to get the review done, but just didn't have time to do it. But thank you to Mike and company for sending this sample to me. So guys, if you're looking for more reviews like this, hit that subscribe button, bell notification to be alerted of any upcoming reviews or live streams. You can also find me on Instagram at Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. And until next time, guys, stay dusty.